Last couple of years, I've been working with the Department for Education to better understand opportunities for heat decarb in the existing school estate. And this is just a high level presentation, really outlining some of the lessons I've learned in that couple of years. As a bit of a backdrop, just in case people aren't aware, the Department for Education has made a commitment to deliver a net zero carbon estate by 2050. There's around about 32,000 schools in England, most of them primary schools. And you can see from the energy fuel mix on the right hand side that vast majority of those schools are currently heated through fossil fuels. It's quite clear that we're not going to rebuild 32,000 schools between now and 2050. So the scale of the challenge in front of us to decarbonise the existing school estate, primarily through transitioning away from fossil fuel heat generation, is pretty massive challenge for us. So there's some low-hanging fruits that a lot of people would be aware of: replacing low efficiency lighting with LED alternatives, installing solar panel arrays at roof level to maximize on-site renewables generation, and you can look at reducing energy through controls optimization pieces. So what's reasonable? We can make some really simple behavioral changes. Data shows that schools have a sort of baseline heat load or electrical energy load. A lot of energy is wasted when the school isn't even in operation. What's affordable? Well, we can make fabric improvements, and whilst those on their own can be quite expensive and time consuming, it's all about how do you then use those fabric efficiency interventions to make the installation and operation of heat pump technologies more cost effective in the future. The education sector, it tends to be led by condition interventions. So when something breaks, they'll replace it. If it's not broken, they're not going to replace it. What we can do over the next 10 years is be advising clients that when they have to make condition-led interventions, they make interventions that ready their heating systems for a future low temperature heat network, or perhaps the integration of air source heat pumps. What's clear from my experience, particularly in the last couple of years attending conferences, is that consultants and contractors are too often not asking clients these really important questions, and they're feeding them the simple answer, which is high temperature heat pumps. Install a high temperature heat pump. You don't have to worry about any of those fabric interventions. Your radiators will and heating systems will work just the same. That's what they're being plugged. And it's, I think, human nature to want to take that and think, well, I'm just going to do the simplest thing possible. I'm going to solve net zero carbon in the next 12 months through the installation of some high temperature heat technology. And they don't understand the installation capex implications or the operational cost implications. What we've learned is that there is a more optimized approach, which is looking at a bivalent system, which incorporates a bit of gas boiler, and the gas boiler is typically used to maintain the system's function, talking about system temperatures here, radiators that currently aren't appropriate for maintaining thermal comfort with a reduced sort of 45 degree system temperature. This gas boiler is used to maintain the system's operation. It's incorporated with a low temperature heat pump, which provides that mechanism for upfront decarbonisation, as well as the mechanism to drive further or incentivise further decarbonisation over time. And a couple of the key ideas is you don't have to solve everything now. What you really need to do is develop a strategic roadmap as to define where you are now, where you need to get, and how you're going to get there. Concentrate on making meaningful and sustainable changes now. Don't try and do things that might look small p politically good. Obviously, retaining gas in schools has been a really hard sell for us to make to the DfE, because internally they're thinking get rid of gas at all costs. Really, the best thing to do is to make small, meaningful and sustainable changes. And the third is really key, is don't be allured by the simple one size fits all simple approach. This is not a simple solution. Anyone who tells you it's a simple solution is wrong, and we should not be advising that we can solve this problem for them in a simple manner.